everyone, welcome to our channel Knowledge Hub. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're gonna start with your quantitative aptitude class, and that has been the class is 109th class of the session as well. So here we're gonna start with your arithmetical ability. In that we had started with operations and numbers, SCF and LCF of numbers, decimal fractions, simplification, averages, problems and numbers, problems and ages, sats, and this is percentage. And now we are dealing with 11th topic, that has been the profit and loss, and that what we'll have to discuss here. So on the same behalf of it, we'll have to discuss the further one. And before starting with this, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go ahead with like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and you can also enjoy the video as well. On the same phase, the first question of the session, we have the price of an article is that raised by 30%, and then two successive discounts of 10% each are allowed. Ultimately, the price of the article is. This has been asked in the SSC examination paper. The option for the same is decreased by 5.3%, increased by 3%, increased by 5.3%, and increased by 15%. That we have the 10% that we have to discuss here. So we go ahead for the same. It has been the question is 166th question of the session. So the question we have as follows. The price of an article is raised by 30%, and then two successive discount of 10% each are allowed. Ultimately, the price of the article is. This has been the ask in your SSC examination paper. The option for the same we have decrease by 5.3%, increase by 3%, increase by 5.3%, and increase by 10%. So we go ahead for the same. Let the original price be rupees 100. That is, then marked price equals to 130. That is rupees 130. So final price equals to 90% of 90% of rupees 130 equals to rupees 90 upon 100 into 90 upon 100 into 130. These two zero being cancelled by these two zeros, and 1 0 being cancelled by this here. So it will give you rupees 105.30. So increase in price equals to 105.30 minus 100%, which is equals to 5.3%. that we get as an answer, and that is will be the right answer for this question as well. We go ahead for the next question, and that has been the 167th question of the session as well, and that has been the important one, that what we have to talk about it. So for the same, we go ahead, and the question we have here is that a retailer buys 30 articles from a wholesaler at the price of 27. If he sells them at their marked price, the gain percent in the transaction is, that we have to talk about it. The option is 9 1 by 11%, 10%, 11 1 by 9%, and 16 2 by 3%. So we go ahead. That has been the question here. 167th question of the session. A retailer buys 30 articles. A retailer buys 30 articles from a wholesaler at the price from the wholesaler at the price 27. If he sells them at their marked price, the gain percent in the transaction is, this is what we have. The options, as I told you, 9 1 by 11%, 10%, 11 1 by 9%, 16 2 by 3%. So we go ahead for the same here. That what we'll have to talk about it. Let the mark price of each article be ₹1. Let the marked price that we have of each article be ₹1. Then cost price of 30 equals to ₹27, and selling price of 30 equals to ₹30. So gain percent is equals to 3 upon 27 into 100% equals to 11 1 by 9% here, that we get as an answer as well. So we go ahead for the next one, which is we have to talk about it. That has been the another question as 168 question of the sessions as well. So that we go ahead for the same 168 question of the session. So the question we have here, that has been by selling an umbrella for ₹300, a shopkeeper gains 20%. During a clearance sale, the shopkeeper allows a discount of 10% on the marked price. His gain percent during the sale is, this has been asked in the MBA examination paper, and that has been the important one. The option for the same is 7, 7.5, 8, and 9. So we go ahead for the same. By selling an umbrella for ₹300, a shopkeeper gains 20%. 20% During a clearance sale, the shopkeeper allows a discount allows a discount of 10% on the mark price. His gain percent during the sale is that we have, it's been asked in the MBA examination paper. So this option is just 7, 7.5, 8 and 9. So we go ahead for the same here, and that has been that what we'll have to talk about it is mark price equals to rupees 300 that we have. So for the same, it will be the mark price is rupees 300, and then that has been the cost price is equals to rupees 100 upon 120 into 300, which is equals to rupees 250. That what we have to discuss here. So the sale price is equals to 90% of rupees 300, which is equals to rupees 270, and required gain percent equals to 20 upon 250 into 100. So for the same, we go ahead, and that will give you answer is 8%. Now we talk about the another one which will be going to have it, and that has been another question is 169th question of the session. So 169th question of the sessions we have here. The question we have is that the cost price of an article is 64% of the mark price. Calculate the gain percent after allowing a discount of 20%. That has been asked in the CBI examination paper. The option for the same is 37.5%, 48%, 50.5% and 52%. We go ahead for the same. The cost price of an article is 64% of the marked price. Calculate the gain percent after allowing a discount of 12%. That has been asked in CBI examination paper. So we go ahead for the same. Let marked price equals to rupees 100. Then cost price equals to rupees 64 and selling price equals to rupees 88. So gain percent equals to 24 upon 64 into 100% equals to 37.5% here. That what we have to go ahead, and that will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we go ahead for the next, that is also the important one. Is the question is the shopkeeper allows a discount of 10% on the mark price of an item but charges a sales tax of 8% on the discounted price. If the customer pays rupees 680.40 as a price including the sale tax, then what is the mark price of the item? The options we have is rupees 630, rupees 700, rupees 780, and none of these. So we go ahead for the same. 170th question of the session. So the question is, a shopkeeper allows a discount of 10% on the marked price of an item, but charges a sale tax of 8% on the discounted price. If the customer pays rupees 'So on the customer, that is, if the customer pays pays 680.40 as the price including the sales tax, then what is the marked price of the item? The options we have rupees 630, rupees 700, rupees 780, and none of these. So for the same, we go ahead here. That is being, let the marked price be rupees X. Let the marked price be rupees X, then 108% of 90% of X equals to 680.40. 108 upon 100 into 90 upon 100, X equals to 680.40. X equals to 68040 into 100 upon 108 into 90, which is will give you rupees 700. That we get as an answer here. Now we go ahead for the next one, that what we'll have to talk about it, which has been the another important question as your 171th question of the sessions here. So 171th question of the session we have, at what percent above the cost price must a shopkeeper mark his goods so that he gain 20% even after giving a discount of 10% on the marked price? That has been asked in the SSC examination paper. So we go ahead for the same. At what percent above the cost price must a shopkeeper marked his goods so that he gains 20% even after giving a discount %10 on marked price. This has been asked in SSC examination paper, which we have to talk about it. So we'll go ahead for the same here. So for the same, let the CP equals to rupees 100, which is being let the cost price equals to rupees 100. Then SP is equals to rupees 120, and let marked price be rupees X. Then 90% of X equals to 120. X equals to 120 into 100 upon 90, which is equals to 133 1 upon 3. So marked price equals to 33 1 by 3% above CP that we have. Okay, that we're gonna end up here only, and that we'll discuss the rest of the questions in the next coming class, which is in the important one, of course, that is in 110th class. And the question that we'll discuss, of course, that is being the 172th question of the sessions here. But before ending it up, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go ahead with like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and you can also enjoy the video as well. Other than social quantitative aptitude, we had done your sociology and software engineering. Even though we had done your after that we talk about it, we had done sociology and software engineering. We have done your chemistry for class 11th and for class 12th. We had done unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, unit 6, unit 7, unit 8 and unit 9 over the conversions, logarithms and antilogs. As well as talking about that, we had started with physics part 1 of class 11th physics. We'll surely be starting with this as well. And we are dealing with the diagram, we are dealing with English vocabulary, and in terms of reasoning, we had done reasoning. We talk about the reasoning, we had done your verbal reasoning. In that we had done general mental ability in the logic reasoning. In non-verbal reasoning, we had done series analogy, classification, analytical reasoning, mirror image, water image, embedded figure, completions of incomplete part and figure matrix, paper folding, paper cutting, row detection, grouping of identical figures, cubes and dice, dot situation, constructions of squares and triangles, figure formation analysis, and practice question set. We are dealing with CBNST, which is being the computer-based numerical and statistical technique. Where in that we had done your unit 1, which is computer arithmetic and errors, rules of equation, and in unit 2 we had done interpolations and curve fitting, where we had done we will surely been completing that as well. In terms of quantitative aptitude, this has been divided into two sections, which has been the arithmetical ability and the data interpretation. In arithmetical ability, we had done operations on numbers, SCF and unsafe of numbers, decimal fractions, simplifications, square roots and cube roots, averages, problems on numbers, problems on ages, odds and indices, percentage, profit and loss, ratio, proportion, partnership, chain rule, time and work, pipe and system, time and distance, problems on drain boards and streams, allegations on mixture, simple interest, compound interest, logarithm, area, volume and surface area, races and games of calendar, clock, stocks and shares, permutation and combination, probability, to discount, bankers discount, height and distance, odd and odd series. In data interpretation, we had to cover up tabulation, bar graphs, pie charts and line graph. Where in arithmetical ability, we are in on the 11th topic, that has been the profit and loss, which we have to cover up here. So before ending it up, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go ahead with like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and you can also enjoy the video as well. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion in the comment box. Thank you.